The conduction system of the heart is going to be the electrical system of the heart. It basically tells the heart to contract. Okay, the parts of the conduction system are the SA node, the AV node, the bundle of His, the right and left bundle branches, and the Purkinje fibers. Okay, so let's look on the heart and let's look and see where all of those structures are. So here's the heart with all 4 chambers. Let's see if we can get another color here. We'll do the SA node in green. The characteristic of the SA node is that it's known as the pacemaker of the heart. Then the next part, the AV node, we'll do it in orange. The AV node is on the inferior portion of the right atrium, closer to the ventricles. AV stands for atrioventricular. Then we have the bundle of His, which is going to be these little short fibers going towards the ventricles. There is a right and left bundle branch. The bundle of His carries the information to the right and the left bundle branch at the same time. So here we have our left bundle branch. We already drew our right bundle branch in. And then the bundle branches are going to give the information to the Purkinje fibers. So here are the Purkinje fibers. The Purkinje fibers are just little electrical cells that are going to go deeper within the myocardium. And it's going to be able to reach more cells so that all the cells of the myocardium can get the information to contract at the same time. So those are the 5 parts of the conduction system. And they're in order. So let's look and see what happens whenever the SA node is stimulated, or whenever the SA node is self-stimulated, actually. It's not stimulated by anything outside of the heart. The SA node is going to depolarize, and it's going to take that electrical information to the cells of the atria. That electrical signal is going to go throughout the cells of the atria, and it's going to cause the atria to contract. It also is going to take this information to the AV node. The AV node is going to pause for 11/100ths of a second so that the atria can complete their contraction. If the AV node did not pause for 11/100ths of a second, the ventricles would begin a contraction at the same time the atria did, and you cannot have the atria and the ventricles contracting at the same time. So the AV node then sends the information to the bundle of His. The bundle of His gives the information to the right bundle branch and the left bundle branch. And the bundle branches give the information to the Purkinje fibers and so that's going to cause the contraction of the ventricles. Okay, the SA node is known as the pacemaker of the heart because it's going to be the first of the conduction system to actually start the contraction. So remember our clock that we drew in class. You have an SA node, you have the AV node, and you have a random cell in the ventricle. Okay, so here we're going to start. Here's your second hand. You're used to a clock like this. The second hand is going to come along, tick, 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 tick. It gets here to the SA node. The SA node says time to depolarize, and it's going to send the information to the atria. It's going to send the information to the AV node. The AV node then will pause. It sends the information to the bundle of His. The bundle of His is going to send the information to the right and left bundle branches and to the Purkinje fibers. The SA node then, the timer starts over and it says tick, 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 tick. And you get down to the SA node and the SA node says time to depolarize. And the information goes along the lines so it goes to all of the atria. The atria will contract. The information at the same time goes to the AV node. The AV node pauses. And then it will take the information to the bundle of His. The bundle of His takes the information to the right and left bundle branches, to the Purkinje fibers, so that all of the myocardium can contract at the same time. The SA node, then again, tick, 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 goes along. So you see that every single time we go to the clock, our second hand is going to go to the SA node and restart, SA node and restart. So the SA node is known as the pacemaker of the heart because it's the structure that's going to depolarize first. You see the second hand gets to the SA node before it gets over here to the AV node or to the random cell. Okay, let's talk about what happens if the SA node is not functioning. If the SA node doesn't function, the timer or the electrical signal is going to take longer. It goes around our clock here, and you get it to the AV node. The AV node says, I haven't depolarized in a while, so I'm going to make myself depolarize. It gives the information to the right and left, to the bundle of His, to the right and left bundle branches, and to the Purkinje fibers, making the ventricles contract. And then the timer starts over. So here we have our second hand going around, and it's going to go to the AV node. The AV node says it's time to depolarize, and it's going to give the information to the bundle of His, the right and left bundle branches, and the Purkinje fibers. If the SA node is actually going to be the pacemaker, the heart rate is going to be somewhere between 60 and 100 beats per minute. That's the normal blood pressure and normal heart rate. Okay, if the AV node becomes the pacemaker, so if the AV node is the one that depolarizes first, the heart rate is going to be between 40 and 60 beats per minute. Okay, if the AV node is something's wrong with the AV node and it doesn't depolarize, then our little timer can go around to the SA node, bypass, or not bypass, but the AV node doesn't work. And so it's going to come over here to a random cell, and some cell in the ventricle is going to say, I haven't depolarized in a while. So I'm going to depolarize, and it starts a contraction. And the way that your heart cells are set up, they're able to communicate with the other heart cells. And so whenever it contracts, it sends that electrical information to all of the cells in the region, which are going to be able to tell other cells, and your ventricles will start contracting. A random cell would actually cause the ventricles to contract somewhere around 20 times per minute, or 20 beats per minute. And those are the parts of the conduction system of the heart, how they're in order, and why the SA node is known as the pacemaker.